Yes, now we come to a chapter that is choosing name. Choosing a name. So that's 88. So when children are born in our house, any brother or sister or any relatives or uncle's daughter, son is born, we are very happy. You know, we try to give a name to that person or that child or that newborn baby, isn't it? We think we give various names. A lot of children have got various names. Like some call me Ron, some call me Ronnie, some call me Ronan, some call me Neil. So there are so many names people try to give, and when they care for, even if it's a pet or a human baby or anything. When we get a dog or something, we try to name those dogs. So naming, choosing a name. So how fun is choosing a name? I have got a newborn sister. It is written by Charles and Mary Lamb. Charles and Mary Lamb, 1775 to 1834 and 1764 to 1847, were the brother and sister duo who made a very huge impact on the literary world of England. They did a lot of writing, brother and sister together. They are also best known for the children's book Tales of from Shakespeare. Mary taught her younger brother Charles to read and write at home. Later in their lives, they became an important part of literary circle in London, which included famous poets and writers. Literary is all about writing, education, writing, educated writing with sense. So they started writing poems, they started writing stories, and they became famous. And Charles' sister Mary used to teach him at home only. I have got a newborn sister. I was nigh, the first, that first, the first that kissed her. When the nursing woman brought her to Papa, his infant daughter, how Papa's dear eyes did glisten. She will shortly to be christened, and Papa has made the offer. I shall have the naming for her. Now I wonder what would please her, Charlotte, Julia, or Louisa, Anna, and Mary. They are too common. Joan's too formal for a woman. Jane's a prettier name beside, but we had a Jane that died. They would say, if if this was Rebecca, that she was a little Quaker. Edith's pretty, but that looks better in old English books. Ellen's left off long ago. Blanche is out of fashion now. None that I have named as yet are as so good as Margaret. Emily is neat and fine. What do you think of Caroline? How am I puzzled and perplexed? What to choose or think of next? I am in a little fever, lest the name that I shall give her should disgrace her or defame her. I will leave Papa to name her. Now the sister and brother is standing next to the newborn baby. They have a small baby brother, sister. Now the elder sister is thinking what to name her. So much happiness is there, when someone is born in the house. So she's trying to think about names. Glisten is to shine. The word meanings are given here. You have to understand. Glisten is shine. You're so happy. Your shine comes on your face. And then christen. Christen is to give a baby name, to give a baby a Christian name at baptism as a sign of admission to Christian church. Like you have the Janois, and then you have when your new child is born, you cut your hair. But in our religion, Christians, when they are born, they are baptized with water. They have to go to the church, and the name is selected there. And the priest who is there, who will say, okay, this is the name. So from now on, you will be called this, and she becomes a Christian, she or he. Formal is very traditional, everywhere is there. It's, very official type of thing, name. And the other meaning which is here is Quaker, a member of a Christian movement that believes in peace. Rebecca is too much of a religious name, she's wanting to say. Perplexed means very puzzled or confused. How am I puzzled and confused? When you have so many names, what to name her? Should I name her this? Should I name her that? And the next meaning is here defame. Defame here means to damage someone's reputation. I don't want to give such a name that it will spoil her image, Isn't it? So it's like that. So you have to understand. So this is all the poem which is saying about how many names she had decided, the sister, for her. But again she decided that let my father take the right decision and give the name. Homework is yours. When the nursing woman brought her to Papa, his infant daughter, how Papa's dear eyes did glisten. She will shortly to be christened. What is meant by Papa's dear eyes glisten? That means, what is meant by Papa's dear eyes is that Papa was very happy on seeing the newborn baby, his daughter. When will she be christened? After? When will she be christened? Shortly. She will be christened very shortly as she is coming out of hospital. Okay. Who has been asked to name her? The sister has been asked to name her, and the sister is getting puzzled what to name her. None that I have named as yet are as so good as Margaret. Emily is neat and fine. What do you think of Caroline? What does the child like the name Margaret? Like, yes, she does like the name Margaret. Out of all of the names, she is liking the name Margaret. What are some of other names that have been suggested? So many names are there. Charlotte, Julia, Louisa, and Mary are the other names that she has chosen. And then we have Rebecca, then we have Caroline. She's choosing all these names. Who is being asked, what do you think of Caroline? She's asking her father that, what do you think of Caroline? She's asking her father. According to the child, which are the names that are out of fashion now? According to the child, the out of fashion is Blanche. Blanche. Blanche is the name which is out of fashion now. Blanche, Ellen, these are the names out of fashion. Does the child finally decide on a name? No, the child cannot finally decide on a name. Why is it so tough for the child to find a name for the baby sister? She's trying to imagine, she's thinking that some names are out of very formal, some have gone very old, some are very formal, some are very religious type of thing. So she's very confused in taking the child's name or giving the child, her baby sister, a new name. What are the ways in which we can show our love for our siblings and cousins? What are the ways we can show our love? By giving them names, cuddling to them, playing with them, being with them all the time, taking care of them. This is how we show our love for them. When the words with the same sound are used near one another, it is called alliteration. This creates a sing-a-song quality and adds drama to the lines. Read the following line from the poem. Now I wonder what would please her. Her and her. How I wonder what would please her. It's got some alliteration. In this line, wonder what would all begin with the same sounding W. This is an or alliteration. In the line wonder. Now I wonder what would please her. The word W. W. What would please her. Wonder what would. So this is called an alliteration. Now read the two lines from the poem, find the alliterations. I am puzzled and perplexed. Puzzled and perplexed. P. Should disgrace her or defame her. Disgrace and defame is D. Do they sound musical? Yes. Okay? So do these, you heard me, and take care. In the next class we'll come and do the unit 8, the middle of the night. It's going to be a nice story. Let's see what's all that about. There's a dog and someone is trying to eat food in the night, so we'll do that. Okay, so till then, take care, be good, and do your homeworks and learn the word meanings properly. And handwriting is by default you have to do.